This is CTE Trolling with no iconics, no new iconics at least, just the base iconics everybody gets when they put a skill point into it. But yeah, CTE plus first boss. I did have a full clip. I thought I had the full clip. I didn't. My dumbass ran out of space, and then I was trying to make room, and then I was like, fuck it, I don't even care. I got first boss, is what it is. You know, we finished the run anyway, but I did the whole run. Just base Hardlight powers and, you know, the base iconics. No new iconics. So no Blue Lantern stuff, no White Lantern stuff, no Magma, nothing. No Starbolt. Alright, so no iconics, remember, just base iconics. So I like to use dash attack when I do this. Lasso, the original lasso, because you're going to pull an ad or two. Or maybe you just, you know, got to help out on, like, second boss of this. You got to equip a level lady. What am I thinking about? Anyway, fucking, you got to equip a level 80 lasso. So you just pull the little ghosts, you know, help out the little tank. So you can, all this other tank will get one-shotted after absorbing one fucking ad, and then boom, okay? Group wipes. Anyway, so you gotta be good. You don't gotta be great, okay? So lasso, dash attack. I have Amazonian deflection in my second loadout. Why? Because why not? It's an extra shield, basically. And, what else do I got? I think I just have hard light moves after that. But whatever your power set is. Quantum, mental, hard light, gadgets, fucking munitions. It doesn't matter, alright? You get your base moves, your artifact move. If you don't have iconics, you work with what you got from your movement mode. Dust off if you're flight. Perfect poise if you're, why the fuck, every time I bring up the other movement mode, I can never think of it, because I hate it so much, I don't want to remember its name. So we got super speed, we got flight, and we got, what the fuck is the other one? Batman movement speed, okay? That's what I'm going to call it. Batman movement mode, not speed, okay? And, yeah, grappling. Is it grappling? Is that it? Maybe. Anyway, you know, so there's that, okay? I'm only a little retarded, not fully retarded. Leave me alone. Alright, so for endgame troll setup, this is what I like to run, and everybody basically runs the same thing, but personally, Rao, Bop, the Amulet of Rao, the Bop artifact, Sinestro's ring, Scrap of the Soul Cloak, and then the fifth one to me is interchangeable. Depends on the group and depends on you. Okay, if the group is drawing fucking crazy power and you got 3-4 water DPSs and they're low on power and they don't understand that this game doesn't allow trolls to give enough power anymore, even with group shields on repeat and recycle and power dump after every fucking move you clip with your power dump. All right, Hecate. I like Hecate as the fifth. A lot of times I run Tetra. Okay, just to buff might. But if the group's super fucking power hungry, Hecate, all right? And then it also takes up a move in your loadout, so you have to remove a shield. That's it. You just remove a shield and throw in Hecate. So Bop is the red move in my loadout on the third one, the third move. Bop is the best endgame artifact for troll. Why? Because even before the upgrade, which is, you know, the not stunning ads, because it doesn't stun ads when it applies all 3 debuffs. So it doesn't stun, and it applies all 3 debuffs. But then when they updated it a few years ago, last year, 2 years, whatever the fuck it was, they gave it a damage over time, which is a dot, in case you don't know. And they also gave you a supercharge generator. And if you have Black Adam, you also get the supercharged regen from that move as well. So there's certain moves in the game that, let me first say, the new iconics don't work with Black Adam. You can test it out. It doesn't work. All right. So Bop does, and every power supercharged generator does. But Starbolt and the Blue Lantern move, hopefully, I think it's called, I think that's the name of it, does not work with supercharged regen. All right. So Amulet of Rao, when they you still needed it previously before the update with Bop. They updated them at the same time. But now it gives a dot for the last 2 years, and it also, it's just a dot, right? That was the update. Okay, but its main effect is it'll debuff everything and make your debuff stronger. So that's why you need it, you know, for trolling. Sinestro's ring is the trolls, you know, is now you're your own EOG, basically. You're your own green machine, okay? If you got Bop, Sinestro ring, and Scrap, and a supercharge generator, because you don't have to be near a tank dropping greens. You don't have to be near a healer dropping greens. You can be away from the group and drop greens all day on your, well, not drop greens, but regenerate your own supercharge, because Sinestro's ring is that OP for supercharge as troll. All right. So Bop, Rao, Scrap, Sinestro's ring, and the fifth art depends on the group and depends on if people are power hungry. If people are power hungry and you have Hecate, you use Hecate. It works with Bop. It also is a dot as well. Damage over time, so you get a little more out of it than just keeping the debuffs refreshed for like 4 rotations. Usually I apply Bop, and then I do Hecate, and then I do the combo for Hecate, because that power dump that it gives everybody instantly is just OP. So to clarify, I'm not using Hecate, I'm using Tetra. Alright? I haven't changed my loader, I left it in since I took out Hecate, is what it is. But normally I would be running Hecate, but I'm buffing, so they get Tetra. So you could swap out a couple artifacts, alright? But this was supposed to be my iconic video, but now it's just going to like a troll topic, okay? I don't write a script. I don't care for a script. I talk, and wherever I talk goes, it goes, okay? Nobody knows where it goes. It just goes. So, yeah, in this video, you'll notice we have no water DPS, no rage DPS, no, we have a prec DPS. You have running computer set. That's X in our league in applied pressure. And now I'm going off topic again. Nobody cares, all right? No real endgame player that can complete E+'s care. most of the time, 98% of the time, what somebody else's power is. Because, all right, I go into E plus. I need 5 water DPS to complete. Then you suck. Okay, you are not good. If you need 3 water DPS to complete plus, you suck. You are not good. Maybe you get 1. Okay, and then everybody else is like fucking rage, electric ice. Maybe they want to be Prek. Maybe they want to be nature, right? Maybe they want to be celestial. All right. If you got people telling you and they won't invite you because you're plus, if they won't invite you to E plus because you're not a certain power, then that group fucking sucks. And you know what? Take it personal if you want to take it personal. Okay? You suck as an endgame player if you can only run with meta power. Oh, I can only run with this person because he's water and he'll just burn everything. No, you fucking suck. This video was about iconics and trolling, which is what your base loadout. But sometimes I go off topic a little bit. It's not race, all right? Sometimes you just gotta shine. All right? You gotta put your opinion out there, even when you're gonna label the video completely wrong and what it turns into. You know what? You're welcome, people. All right, because some of you need a little motivation in the game, and if it's a fuck you attitude, sometimes you need. That's exactly what you need. Yeah, let me get this out there before I go off topic again. John Stewart, for the group shields for his ability, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Obviously, you want him 10, but 6 is perfectly fine once you get the ability. I think you get it at 6. Yeah, 6. If you're gonna take anything away from what I talked about, you don't need the base iconics to be effective in Elite or Elite Plus. You need to have knowledge, and you need to be in a good group, and you just need to know what to do while you're in there. The last 4 DLCs, E pluses, and I'm not talking about being E plus, AMD E plus, and when they dropped whatever fucking raid it is right now that I'm just completely blanking my mind for Frozen Mogo, Law plus, it'll be, those raids have mechanics. So I don't mean those pluses. I mean the ones that stay. So Bob plus, DME plus, Kaznia plus, these raids are not good for mechanics. So, it's basically the last good raid for mechanics was TCSE plus and Hoj plus and SCE plus and everything before that. But, you don't need the iconics, to be effective in the game. Elite plus now for the last 4 DLCs is elite content. Elite content now is regular content. Regular content is now casual, and casual is somehow below casual. Play the game how you want. If you have the iconics, if you don't, it doesn't matter. Fucking, who cares what everybody else got? Focus on what you're playing, what you're doing. Get your skill points, get your gear, get your fucking CR, get your everything else. Off topic, but I'd be making the best One Piece styles. This is Egghead Zoro. Fire.